Hello, air signs. Welcome to your video. This is looking into the new moon in Virgo energies. And I know the new moon peaked on September 17th, but we're still in those energies for a couple of days before and a couple of days after. So this will still apply. And I also put the intention into all of my videos that whenever you see it, regardless whether it's the date it's put out there or not, is when you're meant to see it. So even though this is geared toward the new moon in Virgo, it's a timeless reading. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do this by element. So I'll do Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let's go ahead. We'll get an oracle card first to get some overall energies. If you're familiar with how I read, then you know, that was a weird way to start this. If you're not familiar with how I read, let's do that. I do read intuitively. I love to use oracle and tarot cards. I choose my decks however I'm guided to. I'm not a traditional reader per se. The cards just help me to narrow down the messages. I receive them whichever way Spirit wants to give them to me, and I just find that the cards help to fine-tune them a little bit. So let's go ahead. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Overall energies, please. Thank you. Libra. Thank you. And Aquarius. Oh, too many. Overall energies for Aquarius, please. Thank you. Okay. So, Gemini, we have Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive, and Canary Spirit, sing your own song. Libra, Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit, and Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. This Canary Spirit also came out for, I think, Sagittarius, and the Crow Spirit came out for Virgo, I believe. So, Gemini, you might want to check that one out. Libra, you might want to check that one out. Let's grab some tarot. The cards are all pre-shuffled, but I like to shuffle them on camera as well. Okay, some tarot for Gemini, please. Let's get 3 cards. Okay, one more, please. Thank you. Libra. Pretty quiet. Three cards for Libra, please. How many is that? There's three. And Aquarius. How many is that? Two. One more, please. Oh, too many. One more, please. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm just going to cut. And we'll take that one. Oh, okay. Gemini, 10 of Wands, 6 of Cups, and Temperance. Libra, 5 of Wands, the World, and the Page of Wands. Aquarius, King of Wands, 7 of Cups, and the Tower. Wow, great cards. Okay, just gonna take a little sip of my water here. Can you see all those? And tune in here, Gemini. So the 10 of Wands is my most favorite card in the entire Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And I feel with this message, this is family. It feels family or even ancestral, I just heard. You're closing out some pretty heavy cycles here. I feel like you've been carrying this burden of something. I just heard the word family curse. That's interesting. It's something. I wonder if you feel like you're cursed. There's definitely something that you, it's a burden, a label, something that you have been carrying your whole life. And it's time, this new moon in Virgo, you know, this is the first of 3 super new moons. And Spirit wants you to start to release this burden. First of all, you need to identify where it's coming from. I feel that it is ancestral. Like something, you know, when we say something is ancestral, that means it's been carried forward from family to family to family. So maybe it's a toxic mother-daughter relationship or father-son relationship or mother, you know, something like that. There's definitely some sort of dynamic like that. And it's meant to end with you, with whomever is watching this video. And I know it, I feel it. Oh, like my back is sore. Like it feels like a very heavy burden. I just heard the phrase cross to bear. It feels very, very heavy, very toxic. It's something that I feel you've felt a lot of shame and pain around your whole life. And I'm so sorry for that. But now is the time to start to lay those burdens down, They are no longer yours to carry forward anymore. And with you doing this, with you identifying this and closing out those cycles, identifying them first, and then, saying, this ends with me. This cycle ends with me. I will not pass it on to my own children or my grandchildren, whatever. It's very heavy. I can feel it. I feel quite emotional. And as a result of this, you are going to carve out your own path in life. You will leave a legacy rather than a curse, is what I just heard. That's making me feel quite emotional. That's very, very powerful and incredible. I'm very glad for you, for whomever this is. Oh, that's a big one. Libra. Let's take a look here. We have the Five of Wands, the World, and the Page of Wands. Co-create with Spirit. These readings have been so interesting. Within each element, the theme has been the same. And I see it's going to be the same here too. And that's just so fascinating to me. So Libra, I feel as though you feel like you've been fighting. If it's not one thing, it's another. Fighting to be heard, fighting to be seen, fighting for recognition, fighting for love, fighting for success. This is very similar to the message that I received for, oh my gosh, I think Taurus. So you might want to check that out too. If you have Taurus in your chart, you might want to check that out. This feels like you've been struggling, fighting, feel like you can never get ahead. Spirit's showing me an image of someone trying to run, but they just have, big clumps of dried clay and mud on their feet, and it's so heavy, and they're trying so hard to move forward and to run forward, but these clumps on their feet are just slowing them down and not allowing them to move. And this new moon in Virgo, that's coming to an end. But what Spirit wants you to know is that you don't have to do all this alone. Even though physically you might feel alone, maybe you don't have a close friend group or a romantic partner or a supportive family or something, but you are not alone. And all of us, even myself, there's times in our lives when we forget that. We have an incredible support system with us all the time, and they're just waiting for us. They can't intervene without our permission because we, as humans, have free will. And so our spirit guides and our spirit team can't step in and offer us help and guidance without us asking them first. So that's what you're being invited to step into, with this new moon, is to reach out to your spirit guides, your spirit team. Ask them for signs. Ask them, okay, what's the best decision for me in this? What's my next move to get me to this place where I want to be? Because remember, you're co-creator with Spirit. Don't just flip a coin into a wishing well, and expect that to be delivered into your lap. Yes, make that wish and say that wish out loud and send it out into the universe. But then you have to say, okay, that's what I've wished for. That's what I'm asking Spirit to bring to me. That's what I'm asking the universe to deliver to me. Now, what do I have to do to meet them halfway? And I feel like if you open up to your communication with your spirit team, they will be able to provide you with basically a roadmap as to how to get there. But you need to be open to the communication you receive from them. And, when we communicate with spirit, spirit has to learn how to communicate with us, and we have to learn how to communicate effectively with them. Everything is through our own frame of reference. So maybe, I don't even know. Maybe pink butterflies mean something to you, or something of significance to you. And so spirit, will know that and will put pink butterflies in your path. And it's up to you to recognize that that's your spirit team saying, listen, we know that this means something to you. Assign a meaning and a definition to this pink butterfly so that moving forward. So say you say in your mind, okay, whenever I see a pink butterfly, or no, we'll go at it this way. Show me a pink butterfly if I'm to go down this street instead of this street tomorrow on my way to work. Left or right. So spirit shows you, or if I'm supposed to go left. So then spirit shows you a pink butterfly. So then that in your language with your spirit team, that a pink butterfly means left. I mean, that's a really obscure example, but that's how it works. That's how spirit learns how to communicate with us. We have to teach them. Okay, so that's what you're being invited to do with this new moon, is to open up and develop that communication with your spirit team. Wow, what a fantastic message. Okay, Aquarius. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. King of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Tower. Okay, just give me a second here. So what I'm hearing is that your idea of happiness and fulfillment is going to be completely shaken up and disrupted with this new moon. The Tower is a very powerful card. It's powerful energy. It's very cleansing energy. It is an act of love from the universe. Tower moments happen when we need to get on track and when we haven't done what we needed to do ourselves. Here's an example. A tower moment for me happened last year. For about 6 months, I had been getting little episodes where I was dizzy, short of breath, that kind of thing. And I just kept putting it off. I thought it was panic attacks, honestly, until one day it got bad enough that I collapsed on my back deck, and I took myself into the hospital. My daughter took me into the hospital, and I had to have emergency open heart surgery. That was a tower moment, because and the universe and my body had been giving me all these different opportunities to pay attention and to take action for months. And I wasn't doing it. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening to what they were telling me until finally it got to the point where the universe is like, listen, you had lots of chances to do this on your own. You haven't done it. So we're stepping in and we're going to do it for you. That's what a tower does. So there's something in your life, Aquarius, that you have been putting off. You've been ignoring. You've been sweeping it under the rug. What does it feel like? Just want to get another card here. You know, that's interesting. It does feel like finances. Maybe bills have been piling up or something, and you've just been kind of ignoring it, in denial of it, perhaps. And then something, the universe is going to make you pay attention, but it's to help you. It's in your best and highest good. There's something that's going to be happening here that's in regards to your, it feels like within your home. Something you've put a lot of work and time and care into. Something that is a reflection of your heart. So be mindful. Make sure that your house insurance is paid up to date. I'm just going to put that out there. There's something, and as you watch this, think back. You know, what is it over the last 6 months or a year that keeps recurring, keeps happening, coming up again and again? There's a recurring theme here that you have been, actually, I'm going to say 7 months because we have 2 sevens here. Something in the last 7 months. Oh, yeah. And the owl, 43, that adds up to 7. There's definitely something in the last 7 months that has kept coming up again and again and again, and that you have consistently brushed aside or ignored. That is going to demand your attention. That's what this new moon is bringing in for you. It's either a chance to get ahead of it and clear it all before, or it's going to clear it all out and you get a clean slate and an opportunity to do it right from scratch. That's what I'm hearing. That's interesting. So something from the last 7 months. 777. That's incredible. Okay. Let's get some final thoughts here. Gemini. Thank you. Work through your fears, Gemini. Libra. Ooh. Conclusions are within reach. Aquarius. Ooh. Come on, final thoughts for Aquarius, please. Here we go. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Wow. And that's what this reading is for. Interesting. Well, air signs, thank you so much for this. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you'd like to see more videos by me, then please let me know. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you're following me over on Instagram. And I send this message to you with love and blessings.